Today I'm sketching in paper 53. So I am working with my ink pen. This book is all about ink. I'm going to draw some roses today and let's see what we come up with. This was a walk to a place called Elveston Castle, and I'm going to use coloured inks for this one. This place used to be called the Secret Garden, but now they've changed it. I think it's to the Old English Garden, I believe. And I'm going to try and do this live. When I say live, I mean real time. So the talking, I do struggle talking and sketching at the same time. And I'm recording with a camera behind me as well. Just for a bit of fun, just to see what happens. Well, this seems to be working okay. Again, this is, I'm into very loose drawings, me. Gives you an idea of how I kind of work on the iPad. Because you only normally see the actual speed drawing that I've recorded on the screen. So this gives you a bit better view of how I actually do the drawing, with the way the sort of hands are on the screen and how I hold the pencil. You can see I'm left-handed. I'm not going to make any comment about how clever left-handed people are or anything like that. Oh, just had a download of my watercolour brushes for Procreate. They've just gone live about half an hour ago. So that's cool, people are downloading them already. That's too big, I'm going to rub that out. Too big, man. I just love this app because it's so simple. You've just got to rely on your drawing. I'm thinking I've probably made it the same size again. That's alright, I think. That colour's a bit strong though. There we go. Lovely garden. It really is. If you live or you're ever passing through Derbyshire and you get a chance to go to Elveston Castle, check out the Old English Garden. It really is a lovely place to chill out. And they've actually got, the Pokemon thing where you can sort of catch Pokemons. They've got one of them happening there. I couldn't believe it. My daughter's partner who gets there, and I'm sort of into the flowers and the sketching and all of that. And he's there with his phone out. I said, "What are you doing? All these flowers, and you play with your phone. What's happening, man? What are you doing?" And he says, "It's Pokemon. I'm catching Pokemon." I couldn't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. Still, everybody to their own, eh? This really is a sketching app. I don't think I'd be comfy doing a finished piece. in this app. Perhaps I would. I don't know. But I'm kind of feeling not. A bit lighter still. Just putting some hatching in. I'm liking this. Got a few marks on there. That's unusual. I don't know. It doesn't normally happen in this app. I've got this nice big leaf thing going off here. Oh, too big. Let's just rub that out a little bit. Because this is in real time, I kind of don't want it to be too long. So I'm going at a breakneck speed with the drawing. What I want to ask you guys is, I've been toying with the idea of actually recording me on a video where you get to see my face and sort of do the talking so you can actually see me talking. And I just wonder what you think about that. Should I do that, or do you just like it where I do the voiceover? I haven't really got a problem about doing it. It's just that when I started, it's much easier to just do the voiceover. And I think now I probably would be a little bit nervous, perhaps, if I actually record myself. I'm sure I would be nervous to start with. But hey, I don't think that would last. I'll soon get into it. So what do you think? Should I do that or not? I might regret asking you this. I like the way that quirky line went then. I sort of didn't intend it, but I do like it. So I'm going to keep it in. And I'm going to do a similar sort of thing that side as well. This drawing seems to be one that's going down the hatching route rather than the colouring in with washes. I might put some washes on it in a bit. I don't know. I think it might work quite nicely actually. Right, let's put one up here. They're not the best roses to illustrate ever, to be honest. I'm working off a photo here. I should get out more and do some live sketching. I think sometimes I can be a bit lazy, and it's easy to sort of work from home. The nice thing about when you do go out sketching, people always come up and have a chat with you, which is nice, and you get to meet other people and sort of, you know, they're always interested in what you're doing. Some people find that a bit intimidating. When I used to teach watercolour painting, I used to take classes out, and some of the people would find a really secluded spot so that nobody would see what they were doing. That, I suppose, me being a bit of a show-off, it's never really worried me. I'm quite happy to talk to people and discuss what I'm doing, and show off my work, really, I suppose. This is a weird looking rose, but I'm hanging in there. I like the way the stems have got they're not green. I suppose I should vary this green a little bit as well. As you can see, these flowers not really, I've not paid a lot of attention to putting them in exactly the right place or anything like that. I think it's because I'm working on a much different format. I'm going to set up another green. I'm trying to use all sort of, I wouldn't say pastels, but might be quite nice. Yes, I would say pastels, really. Yeah, I'm trying to work with pastel colours. Rather than vibrant pure colour. I think this will end up with a wash on it, I can feel it coming. I don't know what I'm going to do with that rose thing there. I've got to have a go, haven't I? I've got to have a go at it. Let's see what we can do. The nice thing about doing the voiceover while I'm painting, I know I struggle actually doing the talking, but once I've finished the painting, the video's halfway there. All I've got to do is edit it. But what I normally do, I do the painting, and then I bring that into the photo editing software, and then put the voice over. So it takes me twice as long. This way, sort of killing two birds with one stone, I suppose. So that's good. I suppose I should really be kind of thinking about generic rose shapes and just drawing petals in, rather than paint this sort of abstract looking thing that we've got going here. which would work great if I actually knew what a rose petal would look like. You know, some people can, you know, they've studied them and they can just draw them off the top of the head. Like tattoo artists, I bet, are really good at that. But I haven't done enough roses to just sketch one out. I could probably have a go at like the type of rose that you would see on a narrowboat in the traditional painted style from the sign writing days. Oh, that's tidied up quite nice, actually. It's in the way now. Let's move that out of the way. Oh, let me bring my pen back. Try to get these in sort of quick strokes. That way you get a much cleaner, smoother line. And when you're doing the hatching, try and follow the contour of your shape. Fill that one in with some quite tight hatching, really. There. And I'm going to do the same at the bottom part of this leaf, but not the top. Some more leaves in here. I think this is going to be more painting of leaves than roses. And I kind of want to get this background in. It's this sort of arch thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I think I'd like to have a go. Right. Oh, I could put a nice one just here. Now this is a better shape, so let's see what we get here. Right. Kind of like that. That one needs to come around a bit more. That. And that comes around here. And this one. Oh, keep forgetting to, or not quite picking the pen and then sticking with the eraser. It's annoying. Around like that, like that. This thing going up here. That kind of goes like that and then comes round. And then we'll make it up because it's not on the screen. I've got one petal there like that. I think that's pretty cool now. Right, let's get some shading in on it. It's all about the shading, really. That's what makes a painting. Kind of got that different. There's another sort of leaf over there. When I say leaf, I mean petal, of course. It is difficult to remember to talk when you're painting or sketching in this case. I'm not 100% convinced this is working, but there you go. Let's just rub some of these lines out. Oh, I've done it again. That's better, thinking. I'm liking the two colours. Just feel a bit weird not being able to zoom in properly on this like you can. Say if you're doing it in Procreate, you could get right close up and have a look, see what you're doing. But you just can't do that here. You just got to go that needs a bit of an eraser. That's it, that's better. Now, I suppose if I surround that with leaves, that's going to look a lot better. suppose I could do a study in just drawing roses, you know. And then you could pull them out the hat whenever you wanted. It's worth doing stuff like that. Maybe I should. Because that's what I'm doing with the leaves, really. I'm just having a quick look, and then, I mean, leaves are a lot simpler shape, obviously. I'm not going to hatch that one. I think that'll look quite cool, not hatched. Let's go back to my other green. You know, you could go on, I suppose, and pick 1,000,001 greens, but you know, different colours. But I'm trying to think. You know, if you was doing this with ink, you wouldn't have 1,000,001 colours to work with. I suppose you can mix the two greens together that you got to get different tones, or different shades, I should say, maybe. Do some hatch in here. Now, what I haven't done with this one, which I normally do, I normally put lots of strong shades in like this. Is this going to work? Let's have a look. It probably will, actually. Do some sort of, you know, leaves like that, and then come in there. Yeah, that's not too bad, I suppose. How's that looking? No. Let's take that back. Oops. I did kind of like that shape I put in there, though. Just hatch it. I'm not going to go with the thick. Now, I know I said follow the lines of your shape, follow the contours of the shapes when you're hatching, but that's for the kind of detailed work. And if you want it to sort of be secondary and not sort of have a lot of form, then do what I just did and hatch vertical or horizontal, or, you know, just not random, but don't follow the contours, just sort of flat hatch it if you like, if that's a thing. I guess it is. So far this drawing's taken 20 minutes, so I need to sort of step it up a bit. I don't want it to go on too long. Kind of loosening up a bit now. Sometimes it takes you a while to, you know, get into the swing of it. And I'm forgetting to talk again. Sorry. I'm getting carried away with the drawing, you see. I'm quite liking this. This will probably be my last flower. Totally making this up. That'll do. Let's change the colour. Put the hatch in. There we go. Right. Let's get some colour on it. Well, there's plenty of colour on it, but let's put some washes on it. I'll probably need to go a lot paler. Still want fairly subdued colour though. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's alright. I'm digging that. And you can go over it to strengthen it. And sort of just bring it in as like just a wash as well. Right, let's strengthen it a little bit. Too much. Oh no, that's cool. So this could be, I guess it could be either, thin down ink washed on or watercolour. Either way, it's quite, it's alright. So those two flat leaves that I drew in earlier. It does have a lot to it. Let's, I don't think I'll need that again now. Let's make a really pale pink. That'll probably be alright. Let's try that. Is that a rose, really? It's better. Just wanted to up the colour a little bit. I'm trying to think where the shadows would be, and that's where I'm putting the colour. Makes a huge difference. It's abstract rose. Ooh. Yeah, that's working good. Now, do I risk it? Do I try and put this background in or not? You know what? Let's. This could crash and burn, couldn't it? What I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this. And then I can go back. I can get back to where I was before. So I brought this wall in a lot closer to the flowers. Oops. I'm going to put all of them in. That would be silly. There, I'll do for that. And I've got more roses. These are clearly not going to be defined. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. It's a weird way of working. And that needs to be lighter, I think. Maybe even a tad bluer. Just to throw it back a bit. Yeah. Oh, too strong. You know what? I need to rub this out. I think what we need to do is, I don't need them lines. What I need to do is just paint the roses in. I'm not doing them red because they would just take over the composition. So, you know, let's stick with that pink theme. Oh, wrong colour. I think I mixed this up, didn't I? Yeah. If you hold your pencil on your side, you can get a much bigger, bolder stroke. And you can smudge out with your finger a bit as well, look at that. You've got it a bit strong. I guess I can use the eraser as well, just to... I don't know if that's going to be a bit too much. I think that's alright. A bit lighter. Wash on the shadowy side of that. Maybe that's a bit too light. So that's my wall done. That was easy. Let's get this sort of trellis in. Oh, meant to be using the pencil or the pen. And I guess I could use that. That's going to be way too dark. That's that might work. Let's try that. It'd be better if I chose the brush again. And let's give it a go. This is nice because I can silhouette the rose with that. As long as I don't take the pen off the screen, I don't get an edge. Like that. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too dark. Use my finger to blend that out. And I can go back and I can choose a white ink and just put some squiggly lines on to indicate that this is actually leaves and not cloud. Make the odd one look like a leaf, I suppose. And I'm going to be a bit brave. I'll just put a bit more. So I can get a shadow under there a bit. And then I could stick with that, I suppose. Take the pen up and oh no, let's go for darker. Yeah. There we are. I don't know if that's worked. I think it has. What do you think? Do you think it works better with the background or without? I'd like to know what you think of that one. I'm just going to take some of it out. Maybe if I put some sort of I'm fiddling now, but can't be helped. Do you know, I could spend every day just sketching. I could do a little, I don't think we need a path, but I'm just thinking maybe out of here we could have a little tree. Put some leaves on it. Just sort of adds to that sort of background. That's it. I'm calling it a day at that because I could totally mess this up if I'm not careful. So I'm going to sign it here for a change. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always. Much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.